first cast ever in the history of this spot for us. We're going deep, deep, far into that little cut bank. You got a trout? Is that a chub or a trout?
I don't know.
Troy, you know what this is?
Oh.
What is that, a baby trout?
That is a trout.
That's a baby trout. Well, wasn't the monster we were hoping for, but sure is pretty. So this is the first time we've ever been to this spot. As a matter of fact, you know, there's not a lot of great access if you're, no, hold on a second, we got another one. First time, second cast, and look at this. Bring that right to your hand. Let's take a look at what kind of fish we got going on here. Look at that, folks. Some nice trout in here. There you go. So let's get back to what we were talking about. This is our first time ever coming here. And there's a diner right up the road. We were sitting in the diner and the guy told us, you don't want to go down there yet. They haven't stocked it yet. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, they stock trout here every single week. This is Thursday morning right now, about 8 a.m. He said they're either going to come today or tomorrow. I know that because I sit here and wait for the truck to go by. They haven't come yet. But news for you, there's still trout here from last week because they stock this place every single week during the key fishing season, March, April, May, June, into July some years, depending on flows. So we're gonna come out here and see how we can do. Tell you, there's some nice trout in here. Woohoo! Man. Oh, look out. Oh, God.
Whoa, there's a hole right there.
Folks, if you come on down here, watch out for that hole. It's not easy to miss, but that almost got ugly. Wow.
That was funny.
That's actually a pretty good fish.
Brown.
That's a brown?
Yep. A brown?
Really nice. There was another brown right there. All right, so this is the Soquee River, and you know, obviously, like you heard, it's our first time here, but what we're figuring out really quick is that far bank has got a lot of fish on it. So Tristan's gonna make that cast all the way out there, and anytime we can get right underneath those trees over there, he's already got a bite. Got him! Oh man. Anytime we can get all the way underneath those trees on that far bank, we're getting bit. But if you're putting in 750 to 1,000 fish a week out of this spot, we know that because there's a gate right there, and they only stock at that gate, the local said, and then down at the bridge down below. This is the section where you can use bait. We're in between a bunch of very high-end fly fishing sections where you pay a lot of money to catch some trout. We're just paying for a day license. So we're gonna go right out there again.
Fish on.
Oh, Troy's got one. Is that a double?
Double.
Oh, double.
Chub.
Creek chub and a trout.
Sunfish.
No. We didn't even know those were in here.
Oh, sunfish.
And guess what? Another brown. Oh, that was a brown.
Yep. I got a sunfish.
Oh.
Sunfish.
Troy's got those rubber hooks on again.
Hey, Mr. Retard.
So we switched to gold label this morning. Now I'm gonna show you the barber down right here. Put one on the hook.
All right, let's keep an eye on this and see if he can call his shot. So there he goes. I'm nervous about standing over here, but keep an eye on that fire float way out there. Now that we're focused on it, instant action, folks. That far bank, ooh, has been a hot bed. It's almost like every fish in the creek has gone right to that bank. What do you got there, rainbow?
Double. Doubles.
All right, we're gonna have to get one in the net. Oh no! Troy's got one too.
Brown.
Troy has got a brown.
Brown Town.
Ooh, that guy told us they haven't stocked browns in here in a long time. Guess what? There's a brown. All right, here we go again. We're gonna try for 2 bobber downs in a row. I don't know if that's gonna get it. It wasn't far enough, but there may be. Oh, there's another one. Is that a trout?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this in the hand and show you that there's trout of all sizes here. Another nice little rainbow.
I'll get them for you.
All right, I appreciate that. Ooh.
Ooh, that's a nice rainbow.
Big rainbow. Yeah.
Wow. Now that's a nice fish.
So you can see we were catching them on bait here in this little creek, but now we've switched over to the fireworms. I'm using a yellow one, and I'm rigging it wacky, you know, right in the middle, and then just up a little bit. I have 3 split shot so I can jig it on the bottom. This has been really, really well. And that's a size 12 fire hook.
All right, so Tristan's just switched over. We've caught enough fish on bait. We're gonna mess with the peach fireworm, and action should be pretty hot. Anytime we throw this out there, they seem to want it.
Look at that.
Oh, I already got him. Man, they must stuck a lot of trout in here. Let's bring it right to your hand here.
I got you.
Just shows you. There it is.
I'm gonna double it up.
Oh, double. Nope. Oh, you get your line. Oh, rainbow.
There's a rainbow. I guess the rainbows are eating a fireworm too. He ate it.
Oh no.
Is that a rainbow or a brown?
Oh no.
We may have got a back-to-back here.
Oh, no.
Troy, leave that in the net there. We could see if there we did.
Got a brown.
We got a brown and a rainbow back-to-back on fireworms. Folks, that's how it's done here in the Georgia mountains. You know, sometimes things just work out. We went to breakfast at the Batesville restaurant, partially because they were open at 7 a.m. and then we were staying in Helen. And unfortunately in Helen, even places like the Huddle House didn't open until 9 some days. It's crazy how things are right now everywhere in the country. You know, people don't want to work. It's hard to open, limited hours. So we ended up at the Batesville restaurant because they were open for breakfast. We drove out there. We were looking at pictures of fish on the walls and mounts, and they said, yeah, that's right down the street. You know, that's the Soquee River. And we said, well, we're using bait. And the lady goes, so go down there and catch fish. And she told us that the state stocks basically a 1-mile section in the Chattahoochee National Forest, you know, just less than a mile from the restaurant. And they stock from Jackson Bridge to basically a boundary that shows you can't fish here anymore because there's a private trout ranch there, or trout club. We also found out that along 197, not far from Jackson Bridge, they stock at a black iron gate. You know, and those are the only 2 sections the state stocks. But let's talk about something else. Most people think this is private only, the entire stream. And if you see all these crazy, massive rainbows and browns on the internet, they're not from this public section. Okay, those are private places that charge high dollar, mostly for fly anglers to pay big money to catch big fish. It's a great resource. However, this small section in the middle is stocked by the Georgia DNR, and you might be a little surprised by this. 24 times a year with nearly 23,000 rainbows and a handful of browns. Okay, there's very little access. Only at the bridge and only at this iron gate is there easy walking right down to the creek. Otherwise, you got to bushwhack your way upstream or wade. But regardless, this is an opportunity for you to fish the Soquee River. Now, we did so on a Thursday morning, and ironically, one of the old timers that was here said, I don't know why you guys are going down there. They haven't stocked yet. We said, what are you talking about? He goes, I've come here every day waiting for the stocking truck. They must be coming tomorrow. Ironically, we caught fish after fish after fish, and that probably is kudos to the Georgia DNR for putting so many fish in this small section. There's always fish to be caught here. You don't need to wait for a stocking truck. Now, all of our fish came on gold label salmon eggs and garlic salmon egg firebait. When we use those, we use a size 14 fire hook under a fire float. Okay, then at the end, when these guys started to use fireworms, they used yellow and peach fireworms, all on a size 12 fire hook. They just wanted a little bit bigger hook. Now it just shows you, we only fished back and forth between about a 15 to 20 yard section. Guess what? We caught dozens of fish, and the stocking truck was coming tomorrow, according to that local. Guess what? That means it doesn't matter what day of year you come to fish. If you come with good bait, right tackle, you're going to have a tremendous chance to catch fish after we did right here on North Georgia's hidden Soquee River. Pautzke products are available at sporting goods stores near you. If you can't find the specific color, size that you want, make sure to go to Pautzke.com. And as a thank you for watching Pautzke Outdoors, we're going to show you a coupon code to be used for 10% off your next order.